So Nikki, do you want to let me know a little bit about why you've decided to come in?
Basically, I've got stubborn fat that I want to get removed.
Okay.
And it doesn't matter if I'm massive or very, very thin, they are always, always there.
Yeah.
And obviously I've put a little bit of weight on, so I can see them even more in clothes and things like that. And I'm not very comfortable in my clothes at the moment.
Yeah.
So, and I haven't really got time to be at the gym, and I'm sitting down a lot, which I've noticed I'm starting to look like a mushroom over my trousers. So, you know, I need to get, you know, give me a good starting point to start to go back down where I want to be.
The procedure itself, I mean, we'll go through what's involved, but it's quite a common procedure, liposuction. It's going to be performed under a general anaesthetic, and you'll need to stay in hospital for one night. So I've seen Darren's there, and he'll be able to collect you after, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. The way that the surgeon does it is he makes a small incision. It's only about 3 millimetres or so there'll be a tiny, tiny little scar, and that will allow the cannula, which is a long sort of metal instrument. He'll then infiltrate the area with a fluid that helps break down the fat cells, and he's going to be using a machine called micro-air machine, which is really equipment that helps to break down the fat cells much more gently so that your recovery will be quicker. There'll be less bruising and less swelling and things like that.
Right.
Have you watched this being done on
I've
TV?
I've seen it lots of times before, and some people are a bit squeamish, but I'm not. Will there be a real vast difference between how I look now to, obviously, after all the swelling's gone down? What, in dress size, how many dress sizes does it naturally take?
Well, it's very hard to say in exact dress size. I mean, when you've had the conversation with the surgeon, he would have explained, you know, which areas he's going to do and the likely result that you can achieve. It's certainly going to make a difference to you. He wouldn't be putting you through this, obviously, unless it was going to be worthwhile. So it's more about changing shape and getting smoother lines. So you said to me earlier that perhaps you had a mushroom top coming over, so you would find generally that would go. You wouldn't get that overhang. So it will certainly help with the overall proportions, and you'll find you look much more streamlined, but it won't be, you know, as if we could say you would go from X size, you know, 14 to an 8 or something like that.
So, you know, once these fat cells are taken away, is it true that they never come back?
Well, in the human body, fat cells, they don't replicate, they just enlarge and shrink with weight gain and weight loss.
Right.
So the surgeon's going to be removing a certain number of fat cells. Obviously, you can't take everything, or it would look a bit strange, and so the residual cells that are left have some capacity to enlarge still. But what we generally find is, as long as you maintain it with a healthy lifestyle, that you're active, you'll tend to keep the same shape. So if you were to put on weight, the weight gain would be much more generalised and still in proportion.
Right.
But most patients find that the results are quite long-lasting.
So how many litres of fat do they generally take?
Again, it's up to you and the surgeon. It could be anything from 1 to 5 litres, really.
Yeah.
It just depends on how many areas and the mixture that goes in. So what comes out with the fat cells is this saline solution that is used, but it is measured. So I'm sure if you ask your surgeon after, he'll be able to tell you exactly what was removed.
Right, Nikki, I'm going to do your pre-operative assessment. It's an opportunity for you to ask any questions that you have. I'm going to take your blood pressure and do your height and weight. So let's just pop this on. Any problems with your blood pressure?
None at all.
Are you fit, well and healthy?
I am fit, well and healthy, yeah.
Any medication at the moment?
None at all.
And you've got no allergies?
No allergies at all, no.
Okay, Nikki, your blood pressure is absolutely fine. You're excellent, normal parameters. Okay, let's just take that off again.
Thanks.
Have you got any questions at all?
I'm not worried about the surgery at all, but what I am worried about is that I've got a phobia of needles.
Okay, and we need to take some blood today.
Right.
Yeah, it's not going to be a problem.
Okay.
An expert at taking blood, and we will go through it very slowly. And anytime we want to stop, we can stop. But it's such a quick procedure that you know you won't even know. Blink of an eyelid.
Good.
All right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so don't worry. Okay. Height and weight now. Is that okay?
Yep. This is my favourite bit, I have to say.
just